Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I'm here in my car. It's Sunday afternoon. I have been out all pretty much most of the morning. It's like 1 o'clock. I did a few deliveries. I did about 6 deliveries this morning. Not many. But I wasn't, as usual, I just wasn't into it. I was thinking about my apartment. I want to start, because when I moved into my apartment last August, I moved in, I got the basics. Like, I got my bed, I got living room furniture, I got just the basics. And I didn't really decorate. I didn't put up any pictures. I didn't even put up drapes or anything, like any of the extras for my apartment. So, and it was financially, it was just, it wasn't feasible at that time. I'll say that. But now, not that it's feasible at this time, but now, I just feel like maybe I could do a little something here and there. And then, I watch a lot of YouTube videos, obviously. And there's a lot of YouTubers that do all the thrifting, and like they go to thrift stores and then they recreate stuff and they make it magical in their home. And I was watching a lot of those videos. So today, and that's not my world. I tried the thrift world years ago. I remember going into a thrift store near where I used to live, and let me just roll up these windows. Yeah, we had a thrift store that was called Unique, and people would go in there and they would have shopping carts full of clothes, and I don't know. You could call me bougie, you could call me whatever you want, but I just had an issue with someone else wearing my clothes. Now I get it that when we buy stuff in the store, people have tried it on and all like that. Oh, there's a bug in here. Let me get that out of here. That's a little different because they haven't worn it. They just tried it on for a minute. And usually, if at all possible, I try to at least wash whatever when I buy something new, I try to wash it. It's still in here. But anyway, back to the thrifting. So I know people that buy, like I said, they buy clothes. And I mean, people would have shopping carts full of clothing from these thrift stores. And I would just, really, I wouldn't get it. Like, how do you, and they would, I stopped a couple people in the thrift store and I would say, excuse me, like, help me with this. Cause I really would love to shop at a thrift store for the financial part of it, and pay dirt cheap for my clothes. And now, like I said, I'm looking for stuff for my apartment. But how do you get past that? People have worn this stuff. You don't know if people are clean or, and they're like, oh, you wash it, you put a little bleach in there, and you just go about your business. Like, they basically said it's not that serious. It's not that deep. You put a little bleach in there and you go about your business. And I watch a guy on YouTube that sells, he buys stuff from the thrift store and resells it on eBay. And same thing, he washes it. He takes it to the laundromat, he washes it, and then he puts it on eBay and he sells it just like it's, I think he's selling it, like letting them know it's like basically secondhand or whatever. Not that it's like brand new. But still, I don't know. I just have issue with it. So today I went to the thrift store near the area where I Uber. And because it's actually a Goodwill. It's a Goodwill store. And I remember going, like, there's a bagels shop right next door. And I would go there in the morning to the bagel spot to pick up a delivery. And there would people waiting outside the Goodwill store. Like the line would be forming before they open. And I'm like, wow. And it would be people from all different walks of life. Like not people that look like they were poor or any. It would just be all types of people. And I was like, one of these days I'm going to go in there. And so today I literally was in that area, and it was right before 10 o'clock. And I said, I'm going to go in there. So I went in there, and I was really looking for like some stuff for my apartment to just kind of jazz it up a little. And the stuff I saw, I was like, no, I'm not. Like there was a cute little chest. It was a little chest, like bigger than like a jewelry box, but it was kind of like this size, and it was cute because it had like Paris and like all these different places around the world were written on it, and I was like, that would be so cute, and it was $5.99. It was like on, it was $5.99. And I could have done some stuff with it. Could have put some stuff inside it. I could have, like opened it and, whatever. But as I examined it closer, I could see like there was a stain on it. And I was just like, nah, I can't. So I left there with nothing. Then I was gonna get like some fake, like every couple of weeks I usually buy fresh flowers for my apartment. I buy fresh flowers, and I buy, I have like a larger glass, I don't know what it is called, vase or vase or whatever, and it sits on the floor, and I always put eucalyptus in it, and it just looks nice or whatever. And but yeah, I gotta replace them every couple of weeks. So I thought, well, maybe I'll get some fake ones and I won't have to replace them again. So I was kind of looking for something like that, or like a tall, I used to have in my old apartment years ago, I used to have tall, the tall, almost like little tree like plants, fake plants that you would put in your apartment or home. There's all these I guess because I'm under a tree, so I got all these little insects. So I was looking for that. I didn't see anything like that. I just went to Walmart here. Now Walmart has become pretty expensive for housewares. But I didn't see, they had real, in their little like garden outside, they had the real plants that that sit on the floor. They were like $25, but in my apartment, I mean, I'm not getting those because I could see them dying. And I don't want to waste that money. Oh, that's a tall guy. I don't want to waste that money on something that is gonna die. So, but I don't know. I'm just really, I wish I could cross over and even like some of these people do they have a side business reselling this type of stuff. I remember years ago, I ran into a woman again at a thrift store. She would buy underwear. She would buy ladies like lingerie. Do the same thing, wash it, you know, and all, and resell it online. And I just I'm kind of like, first of all, who's buying that kind of stuff? Like, who would go on a site like eBay or any of these secondhand sites? I wouldn't go on these sites to buy something when for a couple of more dollars I could get something brand new. Like, that's my thought process. But clearly there are people out here that would rather save a couple of dollars and buy something secondhand versus buying something brand new. But I guess I'm just not that target customer for that. And so now that I'm looking to be the customer, I'm not getting it. I'm not feeling it. Anyway, that's what I've been doing today. Just, like I said, making a couple of deliveries and then going to, I only went to that one secondhand store. My face is so shiny. But I'm about to go home. It's, like I said, now it's like 1:20 something on a Sunday afternoon. I got food from yesterday. I think I mentioned in another video, my sister and I my sister and I had gone to Olive Garden. We went to Olive Garden yesterday. Had a great time. So I got a bunch of food from that at home that I can have for, you know, a little late lunch today, early dinner, whatever. So I'm gonna do that. And I'm pretty much going to close out my week for Ubering. I think I made $65 for the weekend. Yeah, nothing spectacular. But yesterday I hardly did any. Did I do any Uber? Yeah, I did a couple of, like, literally when I say a couple, 2 deliveries I think I did yesterday morning, and then today I did 6. So that's like $65 worth of deliveries. Nothing earth-shattering, but at least I got something in. And now I'm gonna go home. Oh my God, let me get out of here because there's all these flies. You know, I have the camera. You should see how, oh, that's not sturdy. Oh, maybe it is. I have my camera situated in a way. Let me just see if I pull off. Is it gonna work? Oh, okay. oh, I don't know if it's gonna stay. Anyway, that's pretty it. That's pretty it. That's pretty much it. That's my weekend. I'm gonna go home, have a bite to eat. Oh, I don't think it recognizes face recognition. Because why am I on the side? Anyway, I will chat with you guys later.